The next parts we're going to model is the valve port block. That's this part here. So we open a new part. I'm going to create a sketch on the front plane of a circle, smart dimension, and I'm going to make that 41 millimeters. I'm then going to extrude that 10 millimeters, but what I want to do is I want to change that to mid-plane. The reason why I'm doing this is that when we come through to an assembly, it makes life a bit easier because it gives us more options. If I'd have just left it blind, when I brought it through to the assembly, I could assemble it to the front face and the back face. However, now by making it mid-plane, I can assemble it still to the front and back place, but I can also assemble it to this plane through the center, so it gives us more options. I'm going to tick. Click on the front face, and we're going to put the center hole in. I'm going to pop normal 2 so it's easier to look at. It's a tapped hole, M5, it's through all, and position wise, press escape because I don't want to put any more dots. I'm just going to drag that point there onto the center origin and tick. Okay, we'll pop it around to the other side. Same process. This time though, we're not going to go through all, we're going to go 5 millimeters deep for the drill and 5 millimeters deep for the threads. We change those conditions there. We can check the custom sizes just to make sure that we have 4.2 millimeters as the drill hole, as it says on the drawing. Basically, this is representing what you would have to do in real life. So you'd initially drill the hole 4.2 millimeters and then you tap it to M5 by 0.8 millimeters. Position wise, I'm only going to put one in this case. So I'm going to constrain that horizontally, and I'm going to put a dimension in here of 12.5 millimeters, and I'm going to tick. The reason why I did that is because I want to show you just how we could use the mirror function. So in this case, I'm going to open up my tree. I'm going to mirror about the right plane. Features, I can either click on it on the actual screen, or as I tend to do, is click on it in the tree, and there we go. Isometric view. Next thing we're going to do these kidney shapes on the front. So I'm going to go onto the front, I'm going to click sketch and normal 2. You have here a center point art slot. So I'm going to pick on that, click the center point, move up. We're going to roughly sketch this in place first of all, and then we'll pop some dimensions on. So our slot's in place there. What you'll find though is you can't actually constrain that point there vertically. So again, we're going to do a bit of cheating. So we're just going to pop a center line in place here, like so. I'm going to click that center line and make that vertical. So that gives us that dimension. So to make sure it's going to be totally flush. The next thing we're going to look at, we have a diameter 22, so that's a radius 11, and then inside we have a diameter 10, so radius 5. Zoom in a little bit more so we can see it a little clearer, and then we have a 90-degree angle. So again, to get that 90-degree angle, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch some lines that won't be used in the drawing, smart dimension it like so, and we'll make that 90 degrees. And there we go, it's fully constrained. We're now going to extrude cut that, and we're going to cut that back 2.5 millimeters. Just going to rotate it so I make sure it's going to be fine, and I can tick. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the hole in there at the same time, so I'm going to click on this surface here. I'm going to go hole wizard, so I'm creating a sketch on there. I'm going to drill my hole in on that plane. It's a 2 millimeter through all, so standard hole, 2 millimeters through all. Then we just need to locate the position of it. I can make this vertical, and if I look at the size that I have here, it's slap bang on the center PCD. Now the good thing about this is I can actually bypass having to redraw this by opening up this slot. So if I open this sketch up, like so, and I show that sketch, what I can now do is I can just locate it on that point, because I know that's the correct position. So we're just using the parametric functions of it. And again, once that's in place, we can tick, that's in there. We can hide that sketch again because we don't want to see it. And the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to use a circular pattern. So the axis, well, it's circular, so I'm going to click on the outside here. the features, again I can click on it on the model, or I can do it this way. So I'm going to come in here, click the cut extrude and the hole, and tick, and there we go. So it just leaves us to change it now to brass. Brass is on our shortcut menu, change it to that, and that's it, complete.